Assessing the 400-year impact of racism on Black communities across the diaspora. Quantifying the cumulative losses experienced by Black people across the diaspora due to racism and prejudice over the past 400 years is a complex endeavor. The impacts of systemic racism are multifaceted, affecting economic, social, health, and educational outcomes. Economic impact. Systemic racism has significantly hindered economic opportunities for Black individuals. A 2020 study by Citigroup estimated that racial disparities have cost the U.S. economy $16 trillion since 2000. Site Turn Zero Search 17. This figure accounts for factors such as wage gaps, housing discrimination, and limited access to higher education, wealth disparities. Historical injustices, including slavery and discriminatory policies, have contributed to a substantial racial wealth gap. As of 2019, data from the Federal Reserve indicated that white families have 8 times the wealth of Black families. Site Turn Zero Search 16. This disparity limits generational wealth building and economic mobility within Black communities. Health outcomes. Racism adversely affects health outcomes for Black individuals. A 2023 study published in JAMA highlighted that Black Americans experience higher mortality rates and years of potential life lost compared to white Americans. Disparities not attributable to intrinsic biological differences, but to systemic inequalities. Site Turn Zero Search 10. Educational inequities. Educational disparities rooted in systemic racism have long-term economic consequences. Limited access to quality education restricts opportunities for higher-paying jobs and career advancement, perpetuating the cycle of economic disadvantage. Challenges in quantification. While specific figures, like the $16 trillion economic loss, provide insight into the magnitude of the issue, capturing the full extent of losses over 400 years is challenging. The pervasive nature of racism has led to widespread and enduring impacts that are difficult to measure comprehensively. In summary, systemic racism has imposed substantial economic, health, and social costs on Black communities across the diaspora. Addressing these disparities requires comprehensive policy interventions and societal commitment to equity and justice. For a more in-depth understanding of the economic cost of racism, you might find the following discussion informative. Video: The High Cost of Racism, Inequality, the Economy, and Public Health. Turn Zero Search 4.